It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Niners and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Oh, what a catch by Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On third down, it's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around second and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Now Geno on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
On first down, Smith. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10. Smith again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just know the special teams coordinator was rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To the air again, Smith. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Second down and 7. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gets past one man, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal That's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got Ayuk once again. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 39 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie.
And now it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Okay, ready?
Smith throwing again. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again is Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Ready?
From the red zone now, Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On third down, here's Dallas. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Walker. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
And he's across the track into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy gets this one to use check. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon on, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy now to throw. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Bulldozes past him. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Geno. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw, Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Geno now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Purdy. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. On 2nd and 9, Purdy. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Open man is complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they're going option left. And he's going to be brought down to about the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. McCaffrey running up the middle and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Purdy to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Smith. Able to shake him off. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready?
Smith. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Past the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT.
Let's rock and roll.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
This one into the hands of Metcalf. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards there and a Niner first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Back to Walker on first down. 44 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.